Here we go, video number 7 underway, and this video is about my year transformation. So before I get started into this video, I just want to preface it with, I mean it with all humbleness. I don't want anything from this video to seem like me being cocky, but the reason why I share this video and my transformation is hopefully to inspire other people. So without further ado, let's hop right into my year transformation. So here's the purpose of this video. We have growth, we have struggle, and we have consistency. So these are the three main topics, the three main points that I will kind of talk about as we make our way through this transformation. The transformation starts with me before I came to college last year and to where I am today. So it's just a little bit over 12 months, probably right around 14, but let's get into it. Here's August of 2019. Before college, I always thought I was a little skinny. I was very scrawny. I was never very happy with my size and my stature as a teenager. So this was before college. This was me after training for probably 4 months consistently during the summer. Planet Fitness was doing their free membership for everyone who was 18 years old, well, under 18, and at that time I was. At that time I was 18. So I was able to go every day for free and actually work out. So that was my first time actually having a membership at a gym. I was going probably 5 to 6 days a week, and I was decently consistent. So whether it was that 5 days a week, 6 days a week, my food was relatively the same. Being at home, it didn't really change that much. So that's before college. That's August of 2019. That's my foundation. And let's see where we build off of that. November 2019. So, we talk about the the college 15, the college 10, and I got hit by that. And honestly, I didn't even realize I got hit by that. I was going to the gym every single day at college, and I thought I was getting strong. I was around 175 pounds. In this previous slide, I was probably around 163, 165. So I thought I put on 10 pounds of muscle. I was like, this is going awesome. I'm getting so strong. I came home for Thanksgiving break and I was going to work out downstairs. I always like to look myself in the mirror and just see my progress. And I was like, wow, I'm kind of getting chunky. And I didn't realize it at the time. So it was kind of a shock for me. This whole time I thought I was getting strong at college. I thought I was getting big. I was like, oh, look at the scale go up. I wanted to hit 180. And I was like, I'm doing it. I'm going to hit 180. Little did I know at the time, it was not the type of 180 I wanted to hit, but we were getting there. And unfortunately, it kind of continued. So this is how I got there. Look at that breakfast. I had a nice big glass of chocolate milk. I had some syrup. I had my all-time favorite French toast, some scrambled eggs, and some hash browns. I was eating that every single morning, every morning. And I was like, this was my mindset. I need to eat more calories every single day. I need to eat 5 meals every single day if I want to put on weight, right? So I had a lack of a balanced diet. I was not consuming the amount of calories I should be in a day. As of right now, I should be consuming around 2,500 calories, and I was well over that last year, well over it. That ties into my number 2 is the lack of knowledge. Is I didn't know I should have been eating a set amount of calories. I knew obviously you shouldn't just be eating junk food all the time, and I thought I was eating decent, right? I thought I was just bulking up. No, I was not eating good, and that's just the truth. And then the third point is I had a lack of good consistency. I was very consistent at going to get food 5 times a day. I was very consistent of going to the gym 6 days a week, which that's good, right? But the lack of good consistency comes from my food. I was very consistent, just not in a good way. As you can see on the picture on the right, this was right around that same time, probably right around December, right before I came home. And I thought again, I was just getting big. I was like, wow, like, oh my gosh, like I'm so muscular compared to what I've ever been. Like I've always been so skinny, so scrawny. I'm like, I'm loving it. And, like watching the scale go up, I subconsciously was thinking that like it was just better for me, when in reality, it really wasn't. So let's keep going forward. Right now, we're kind of at the end of 2019. We're coming into 2020. So here's 2020. Let quarantine begin. These are pictures right when I got home, right after we got sent home from everything that was happening, right around March 15th. And not much has changed. So let's dive into it. Here's April 2020. Let me move myself so you can see. I still looking a little stocky. I definitely had a little bit of a chub face going on, but this was also my turning point. So this is where I really started to take control of my actions and my mindset and really put forth my efforts into being consistent overall with food, with my training. And I have to be honest, I have to shout out my sister, Sam. No way in heck I would have gotten where I am today without her. I actually was doing this Beachbody program. It's called 6 Weeks of the Work. And holy cow, when I say it kicked my butt for 6 weeks, it kicked my butt for 6 weeks. And you'll see the progress as we go. But this was the starting point. This was before I started my program and where we got to by the end of it. And when I say like my meal plan, like I was not dieting. I was not restricting myself, but I was eating more consistent. I was being more mindful of the calories I was putting in, and I was finding new meals that were healthier, but yet still taste good. So let's get into the next slide. This was April 2020, right before my workout plan. June 2020, end of the workout plan. It was 6 weeks of the work. I had consistent workouts. I had consistent eating, and I had daily walking. And what was the common theme? Out of those 3 bullet points, what's the common theme, right? Well, it's the consistency. I was working out every day for at least 40 minutes in the morning. And then after that, I would eat a nice bowl of oatmeal. I'd throw some protein powder in there. I'd mix it up. And that was my breakfast. And then I'd usually go on a walk with my dog for like 30 minutes. And that was a little bit of my cardio where I would jump rope for a little bit. And then from there, it was just a normal day. I might eat a sandwich. I was never like watching my calories so strictly. Like I never did that, and I never will. I just don't have the patience to do it. But it was just being mindful of what I was actually eating and finding ways to substitute it. So, for example, if you're going to make nachos, right? Most people, you grab your chips, you grab your cheese, boom, throw it in the microwave, done. Great meal. I love nachos. What I found is nachos can be very high in fat, right? The cheese. So what is the substitute I did? I took fat-free cheese and you use that on your nachos. Like it's the little things like that that can make a difference when you do it consistently. So this is my progress. Like from here to here, I was blown away myself. I was like, wow, like I actually think I came a little bit of ways, and I didn't really notice it. Like at this point in time, like I thought I'm right around that 175 still. I'm like, not much has changed since November of last year, when I was looking very chunky. I was like, not much has changed. I'm still at 175. But this next slide, when I get into July, this is when I noticed a difference. So let's hop into July. July was a big moment for me as I found those old pictures from November. And I was like, holy cow, I did not realize how chunky I was at the time. For me personally, I was like blown away. I didn't even know how I let myself, I don't want to say get to that point, because like I never look at myself negatively like that. It's okay, like wherever you're at, it's fine. But for me and my goals, that's not where I wanted to be. So when I saw that, it was a wake-up call. And when I was comparing the photos, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, these last 6 months have kind of been a big transformation for me. And that whole quarantine, again, I have to shout out Sam for the programs. Like I was still doing them here. I was actually doing a different program at this time. It was called Lift 4, and it was a little bit more like bodybuilding focused. And I also want to shout out my mother as well as my sister, Allison. We would do this every single day. We would hold each other accountable. I would work out first. They would work out after me. We would eat, we would try to be better with our eating, and we held each other accountable. So we were very consistent in the fact that we all did what we needed to do. And that is why consistency is key, right? Like my results started compounding. Like at first it was kind of small, it was minimal, but then I really started noticing it. Like, not I want to say week after week, but month after month, I was like, wow, like it's like I'm feeling better, not just like physically, but like mentally I was feeling better. I noticed I had more energy. I noticed I felt happier. And as you can see, the results started coming in. And at this point, it was the mindset of, I wasn't waking up every day like, oh my God, I am dreading this workout. I was waking up every day like, I cannot wait to get downstairs and work out. The crazy part for me is I've been working out probably 5 times a week for the last year and a half, right? I've always enjoyed working out. It's like kind of my mental escape. But the healthy eating, the being more mindful of that, that's become a habit for me. So now when I look at a pop, like I can't tell you the last time I've had pop. It's just like something that my mind has been trained, like you really don't need it. Like just add some flavoring in your water, mix it up, boom, there you go. There's just different ways to find healthy options that you don't think about. And it's hard at first, it is so hard. But when you stay consistent, it really does become a habit and it's life-changing. So this was July 2020. So this would have been a little bit less of a year from my original starting point. And then this is September 2020. So when I got back to college, not much has changed. I was doing workouts in my dorm because our rec center was not open yet. So it was a little harder going back to dining center food, right? That's where I kind of put on the weight in the first place. So I knew I had to be more mindful of what I was truly eating when I went to these dining centers. So what I would do, and what I still do, is I will go to the store and I'll buy, it's called like George Hughes barbecue sauce. It's like 5 calories per 2 tablespoons. And then I have this really low fat, low calorie Greek yogurt ranch. Tastes just like ranch. And like, instead of getting those dressings at the actual dining center, I will bring my own and use them. Those are just small little ways where you can actually change what you are eating and lower your calories, but still eating the same thing. So now when I get a salad, I'll bring my own ranch dressing and throw that on there. So it's 200 calories less than what I would be having with regular ranch. So those are just ways that I've been adapting to my dining center to stay consistent. Well, let's look at where we are now. So as in November 2020, this is my most recent pictures. The ones on the top left, those are actually like end of October. And then the top right is now. So I'm really proud of how I've adapted coming back to college and how I've stayed consistent. I've been going to the gym 6 days a week. I do a push-pull legs routine, and I found someone who I go to the gym with, accountability buddy, you could say. This just shows if you stay consistent and you look at the long picture, that like you can achieve what you want, right? The results did not come easy. The results did not come fast. And I'm going to tell you, there were times where I absolutely hated working out and I thought I was going to die, but you stick with it, right? You stick with it. You keep doing it. You keep pushing yourself past your limits, and you'd be shocked of what you can accomplish. So this is where I am today. Now let's go to the next slide. Why do I share my story? Right? I said at the start, I don't want to be cocky. I don't want to be that dude, right? But I do want to share my story and the fact that there are some key points you can take away from this, and hopefully it can help influence you and inspire you to start your journey. So the first one is mindset over anything. If you don't have it in your mind that you can actually achieve what you want to achieve, you're not going to achieve it. You might as well not start. But putting it in your mind first of saying like, I'm going to do this, I can do this, is the biggest thing, right? So actually starting, you have to start somewhere. Each day you can't be like, gosh, I really want to get there, and then you don't do anything. Like, you have to start. So get it in your mind that you're going to do it. And then to the second point, be consistent, right? So if you say you're going to work out 5 times a week, do that. But if you realize that's a stretch, say you're going to start with 3, right? And do 3 for a month. And then be like, okay, next month I'm going to add a 4th day. So I'm going to go 4 days a week, right? Just be consistent in whatever you do. And remember, find a good consistency. So I was very consistent at going to the dining center five times a day and eating really bad food. I was consistent. It wasn't good. So find a good consistency that works for you. And lastly, remember that there are slow results. Like you can't just say, after a week of doing this, I expect to drop 15 pounds and look absolutely shredded. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. It's just not. So remind yourself that you're doing it for the long run. You're doing it so a year from now you can look back on it and say, wow, like look what I accomplished. And it's crazy to think, we live these long lives. Like hopefully we all live like a very long and fortunate life, right? But like 1 year is just a short little span of it. So if you can do something in 1 year like that, imagine what you can do over the course of 5 years, right? Staying consistent. So that's the long picture idea. So that was the end of my slideshow. That was my transformation. I hope you guys enjoyed and found something insightful / inspirational out of this video. Again, my account is all geared towards general development. So anything I can share to help you, I hope you find it, and I hope you find the purpose behind it. But with that was video number 7. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you're feeling so. But with nothing else, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a great week. Have a happy Thanksgiving and a safe Thanksgiving. And I will see you all next Sunday. It's Jake Myers, and I'm signing off. Peace.